Kia ora.
G'day.
Welcome to Cup of Tea and a Yarn. I'm Jill, Tea and a Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm Kylie. I'm Crafty Mama on Instagram and Ravelry. And it's been a while since we've had a normal podcast. Hey.
And next time's not going to be normal either.
Nope.
No. So
we've got normal anyway. Normal's boring.
Yeah, we've just got lots of stuff to show, I think.
Yeah.
I can see Kylie's is all draped all over the place.
You could say it's still not finished because I've done a very simple border and I've still got yarn left. So I would still like to finish the border, but let's face it, it's winter and we've been cold. So it's been on us and it doesn't have any loops hanging off needing to be crocheted. So I'm calling it done.
Excellent.
But it might need improving in the future.
If everything's, If everything, hang on, I'm going to pause. Sorry, I have a really rude friend who's texting me and interrupting.
That's okay. That happens. So yes, basically we're calling it done, but that's my blanket all done. I've talked about it a bit in the past. I'm not going to go into the details, but I'll just say it's a kit that I got from Little Woolly Makes in Hastings, Victoria, Melbourne area in Australia.
That's very cool.
So, yeah.
Also loving your Stephen West you're wearing as well at the moment.
Oh, thank you. This is the Slip Extravaganza. I don't know whether this was last year or the year before. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was last year. It was last year, yeah. I've actually been working on a matching project.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got two actually. So the first is I did my gnome.
Oh, cool.
And my daughter's already, so this is the July gnome. I'm doing the Year of Gnomes with Imagine Landscapes. Sarah Shearer is the designer of Imagine Landscapes. And this is one of the gnomes in her very first gnome pattern, which I'd never knit before because I've knit all her other fabulous fancy ones. Never Not Gnoming, it's called.
Oh, cool.
And I loved this little girl because her name is, I've got to read the description because it's just too fabulous. Natasha, G-N, Natasha. Natasha, hang on, I read something about her being from New Zealand. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it now. Oh, stink. It was like Natasha is from New Zealand and likes gnocchi or something. I don't know. Oh, I read it on this pattern. Oh, do you know what? I think I read it electronically and this is a pattern I've printed and I'd say that she's updated it. So anyway, Natasha is from New Zealand.
Cool.
And my daughter's already claimed this because I told her I was starting to knit gnomes for Christmas presents for her teachers. And her current teacher's leaving at the end of this month, at the end of this term. So she's like, maybe I could give this one to Miss Hare now. Okay. So I'm going to have to knit even more. But the other project I'm working on with these leftovers is a matching dog sweater.
Oh. Excellent.
So this goes around the neck and I have to make a buttonhole or something so that it secures, and then that's along the back. And I'm at the end. So Stephen West actually made one for his little pup brioche.
Yeah.
I think he called it the pupography.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of at the end of his instructions in terms of he's sort of said now you just keep knitting like stripes or whatever you want until you get to the point where you're happy with the length, and then you do short rows. Then you just pick up under the belly, knit under the belly. Stripe
so
under the belly.
This seems like a very nice yarn for a dog to wear.
You know, my dog might be a wee bit spoiled.
That's beautiful.
I've been in a funny headspace with my knitting, so this was kind of refreshing and just, I don't know, real like bite-sized.
Yeah.
You know, so yes, so my dog and I will be matchy. And I don't know if that's a good thing.
Where you wear your shawl while he wears this, or the dog wears its coat when you go for a walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So that's actually a work in progress.
Yeah.
Do you want to work through works in progress or whips or whatever? You show us one of yours.
I'll show you one of mine.
Yeah.
I have a sock, my Zalba ball sock.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
So that's the one we're doing, striping from the inside and the outside.
Mm-hmm.
The Zalba ball is quite thin. The yarn.
Is that a crazy one or just a Zalba ball?
I think it's a crazy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it might not be, it just might be a normal one. It's quite thin.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a Zalba ball 100, which is the 100% merino.
Apologies, that was my same rude friend, but that's all done now. She won't know I've called her, but she won't watch this. She's not a knitter.
I was about to say, I hope she doesn't watch.
If she does, if Gina, it was you I'm talking about. Anyway. So I could be not a crazy. So you were saying that it could be something else. It was a
so there's actually 3 Zalba balls. There's crazy, Zalba ball, and 100. Now 100 is 100% merino, and I think that one might be a bit thinner than the others. I'm not sure.
It's like super. I don't know. Can you see? It's super thin.
Yeah, it is quite thin.
Yeah. But what that meant was, it kind of felt like it was. Well, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. You can't really.
It looks
see.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what, I had fun with the striping up the side.
Did you do jogless stripes?
Well, I didn't, because I go for 4 rows.
Right.
Well, that's what the lady on Instagram or Pinterest or whatever it was that I saw had done it. And sometimes I forgot that I was striping, and so I had big holes down the side.
Oh,
so then I've had to sew it up. So I've got a nice seam up the side. That's right, that's the inside.
See, that's why self-striping yarns are amazing.
I know.
Right? Worth the money.
Yeah, I mean, this is fun to do. And then it kept, like, this first sock I did really, really quickly because I was like super engaged. But then after I realized about all the holes after I cast off it, obviously I haven't done very much in the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks great. So what you're actually doing is knitting from one end of the ball and from the other end of the ball.
Yeah. So
and striping that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a cool effect. I haven't done it yet, but I really want to.
I'm unsure what it's going to look like because it's going to go light next. And the other one is so dark, it's going to be really kind of different. I mean,
oh, you'll have a light sock and a dark sock.
I'm unsure.
Time will tell.
And that could also be another reason I haven't carried on with it. And I'm thinking maybe I'll try again. And I was going to pull it out, but then I've sewed down the side. I'm unsure how unpicky that's going to be, how easily that will be to unpick. Because I wasn't, I'm not methodical in my sewing.
Yeah.
I just kind of went up and down. But I've got a Zalba ball crazy that's a bit thicker, and I thought, and a bit more of the same tones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like how it's. I love that idea, and I think it's funky. Anyway.
Yeah. I've actually got 2 sort of because to knit a pair of socks takes me about 60 grams, and I've got 2 sort of 35 to 40 gram balls left over from knitting two other pairs of socks of Zauber ball, and I'm thinking that could be fun to just stripe those two. You never know what it, because they're totally different. I don't know what they'd look like.
That would be really cool.
Really interesting. Yeah. It's something I've been thinking about for a while. Yes.
So that was one of my whips. Sorry. What about you? You've done a whip. Have you got any other whips?
I've got I'm not sure if I've showed this before. The So Faded cardigan by Andrea Mowry.
No, you hadn't started it, I don't think, last time we talked about what we were knitting.
Right, so I did have a swatch and I thought it was around here, but clearly it's not. No, it's not. It's not here. But anyway, I've got, this is from, so it's DK and it's reverse stockinette. So it's stockinette on one side, reverse stockinette, which I actually thought it was all just going to be all knit. It's not. So I'm purling every other row, but I'm actually not minding it too much. I'm loving this fade, so I'm fully into the second color, but this is Strawberry Patches, Blueberry Bramble or something, and this is Purple Sprouting Toxic. So this is the one that I bought at Woolfest for this sweater. Yeah, that's right. Yes. So it's such a good color.
It is a good color.
So I haven't been working on that a lot, but yeah, I'm ticking along with it. Yeah, cool. That might be what I bring to Fibre Ed.
Oh,
yeah.
Excellent.
So show me those socks.
Oh, these aren't my whips, though. We're always zooming around the place.
Well.
Just some plain vanillas. And I tried a different heel, so I did a boomerang heel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's quite short, small for a heel.
Great. I love the purple with it.
So that's also Purple Sprouting. So it's Purple Sprouting Toxic. That's BFL.
Right, okay.
And this is also BFL, and I think that was her Citrus Minis.
Right.
Yeah, so that purple came from that. So that was a 50 gram ball I bought. And I've got a little bit left.
Perfect.
Yeah. So those ones I just finished this morning.
Well done. So have you got any other whips then?
Whips, I do have a couple more. I've got a pair of mittens that I'm doing, which I haven't decided whether I'll try putting fingers in again or not. But it's just some the die candy.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. It's just a kind of made up one.
Yeah.
It's just plain. But I think the yarn is so, you don't really need a pattern on it. It's kind of almost self-striping. Well, just self-striping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just where I've done my thumb gusset that the pooling has happened. Yeah. So I'm thinking about putting fingers in. I don't know yet.
We'll see.
My last ones. Yeah.
See where that takes you.
Do you have any more whips?
I do. I've got a few. Socks. I've been doing lots of socks. I have.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So this is. It was a test knit for Northwoods Knitting Company.
I see she just released the pattern.
She has just released the pattern, and I think it's still 20% off. That's the join. I haven't joined it yet properly. Anyway, so it's actually 3 different socks. And I've done this one. She put a test call out and it went like that, like it filled up. And then she said, oh, I need size 4, which is actually 80 stitches. Which I would normally knit my husband size 72. But I thought size 80, I was like, oh yeah, I actually, to be fair, when I volunteered for the biggest size, I thought the biggest size would be 72. And then I got the pattern, I was like, oh no, but I've said I'll do it, so I'll do it. And what I did was I went down to 2.25 mil needles, and they actually fit him really well.
Oh, cool. How does
So
it like that?
yeah, so it's just leftovers, and it uses about anywhere between 6 and 8 grams per section. That's for one sock. And yeah, this one got a bit busy. So I think I got a bit bored towards the end, and I started using colours that didn't work as well. But
I know you're going to make the other one the same.
yes, I will. Yes, I have enough. I might have to substitute that one, but I don't think so. I think I'll have enough.
Cool.
Yeah, so my husband really loves them and they fit him well. So yeah, I haven't cast on the second sock, which is naughty. I should do that so that then it's started. Once it's started, you don't get second sock syndrome if you start it.
That's right.
Right. So
I don't know. I'm saying that's right, but I've got 2 that I've started.
Oh, okay.
About a few months ago now.
So I've got another just vanilla sock. Again, just that's
pretty.
Just my round and round in my handbag knitting. So
what's the yarn?
The yarn is Mrs. Peacock's yarn, and this was Peace on Earth. It was one of her Christmas colours, and the heel I did with a petite. And I'm trying to find the colorway. I've got the teeny tag here. Oh, Aria. It was on the front. Aria is the pink. And I did. I'm trying to remember the heel. It was one I haven't done before. I can't remember.
Oh, you did the Flegel heel, did you?
Flegel heel, thank you. That's what I did. Yes, so that's my first Flegel heel.
Yeah. How did you find it?
Fine. Yeah, in terms of knitting, it's good. No holes, so that's good. Maybe a little untidy there. Probably less untidy if I didn't change color. That's probably just from changing color.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good heel, and it works well with your self-striping. You only need that tiny wee bit. Which if it was a cake, I might have just gone from the middle, but they're balls.
Yeah. So
it's harder to go from the middle with a ball.
Yeah.
So I didn't do that, but I did have this. So yeah, so that's just a simple sock, nothing over exciting. And another very boring simple sock that I've got is, but this is a DK sock. This is my work knitting.
All right.
I've been knitting DK socks at work. So yeah, this yarn is from Heather Maid. She's on Etsy. She's in Victoria, and she does fantastic self-striping. As you can see, it's great. And the contrast I've used is from the lady. She's down south. Oh my goodness.
Somebody else.
It's right here. Somebody else. It's right here. It's right here. It is. No. I'm reading it and I'm like, it's on the tip of my tongue. Dreamfire. Yeah. Now with the second one, I'm actually casting it off right now, and I've lost a game of Yarn Chicken.
Oh.
So I thought I've got enough to go up and do that, but I'll have to do something else there.
Oh.
But I'm calling that finished pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally finished. Yeah.
That's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you got any other whips?
I do.
Show me.
Hang on a sec. So my last whip that I've got to talk about really is my new shawl that I've started.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
It's called Studs, and it is by Trees Headland.
Mhm.
The pattern, she suggests the pattern you use minis and you change the colours as you go, but I've just gone for one colour. So I'm doing, the base is a touch yarn, and it's one that I bought by mistake ages ago. It's got possum in it. So it's a merino silk and possum full ply.
Yeah.
It's super soft. And I am using some purple sprouting stock. And it's called something about meadows. Meadow Mornings. Yeah, so I got two of the 250-gram ones at Woolfest. So yeah, that's what I'm using for the bobbles.
It's so pretty.
That
was the ones you got that were like cheapies because they weren't real colorways or something.
I don't know. I don't think they were cheapies, but I don't know. Maybe ones that she was playing with or something. I can't remember now. I got another one as well. I was going to make something totally different with them, and that's why I bought them. But I saw this and I like this, so I thought I'd do this instead.
No, it's nice.
It's going to be quite understated as a shawl, I think.
Yeah.
But fun enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, it's nice.
That's my last whip. The ones that I'm actually actively working on.
I have one more. I've lost a needle, so now that's why I'm rooting around looking for something, because I'm a needle down. I hope I didn't lose it on the train yesterday. All right. My last whip is, it's actually machine knitting.
Oh.
So I got a new knitting machine, and I did all the math for a sweater, and I've done the front and the back.
Cool.
I think that's right. That's the front and the back. It's a boxy sweater, so it's meant to be.
Yeah.
And because it's a boxy sweater, I didn't have to worry about decreases and stuff for the sleeve shaping. And take that off. Yes, so it's a nice easy start, this one. But yeah, it's a learning. Anyone who says that machine knitting is cheating hasn't tried machine knitting, because if you drop a stitch, you need to fix it or the whole garment is ruined. Wow. So it's quite tricky. And like I had to do, in order to do a sweater, something that fits me, I had to do a big long gauge snake for all the different tensions to find out what tension I wanted to knit it on, and wash that, and then do all the maths. And yeah.
And you loved it. You loved the maths.
Yeah, the maths is good. I quite enjoy the maths and the mechanical side of it. So yeah, but it's got when you go between the ribbing, for example, I only did a wee bit of ribbing with this, but it's a nice tubular bind on. Tubular, really easy to do tubular cast on with your ribber. But you do your bit of ribbing, and then in order to go to stockinette, you have to transfer all your ribber needles up and up to the other bed, and so it's like 200 needles. So it is time consuming. It is an art. It's definitely faster. I did that in a weekend. And then I just kitchened the two pieces together. I didn't try and do them in one go.
Are you going to do your arms on it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I just have to sit down and do the maths to do the arms.
Mhm.
So I just, keeping track of all the maths and everything, because there's no point knitting something like that if it doesn't fit me.
No.
So the yarn is the Yeah yarn that I sweat a lot that I won and that I started knitting on
Yeah,
when I was in Sydney.
it's cool.
And I had cast on the Yeah yarn sweater.
Yeah.
Or the Yeah sweater, and I just didn't, I wasn't feeling it. So I tore it out and it's getting knitted. And I actually think this is so much better because it's beautiful yarn and this really showcases the yarn, whereas the other one had those chunky cables and it just wasn't.
Oh, that's right. I remember down here, eh?
Yeah. I was totally losing both the cables and the yarn. So I had to make a choice. This yarn, not good for that sweater. So yeah, that's hopefully that will be done and I'll be able to wear that to Fibre Ed.
Ooh, see you in it next weekend. A weekend after.
Weekend after. It's 2 weekends. I've still got my parents coming next weekend, so I'm not rushing to Fibre Ed yet in my head.
I had a with it last week. I started a Ursina.
Oh, what's that?
The Ursina, the Ursa, the Ursa by, is it
Oh, yes.
Jackie someone?
Yep.
I can't remember her name. She's the Ursina, which was for sport to DK weight yarn.
Right.
And I did up to about here before I realised all my numbers were wrong and I'd forgotten to increase this way. So anyway, I unravelled it and threw it to the side in disgust. But I'd spent like a day and a half knitting it.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. Still, you would have enjoyed your knitting time. So.
Oh, I did enjoy the knitting time.
Yeah. So have you got some finished projects then?
I have my friend that was just here, she got a pair of socks last week, so I had to knit those. So, but they've already gone to her. They were just round ones, which I did with some Opal. These ones are also from some Opal. I'm just quickly putting them on my little soft blocker to show them off. And this is, I think it's called Joy. It's from the Happiness.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I really like them. And I think it might be called Joy.
Oh my goodness, yes. I mean, it's just joyful to knit. Yeah.
I thought I'd started them together, but it didn't quite work. And then there was a knot halfway, and it stuffed it up anyway. So they're mostly same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked these. I enjoyed doing them. I enjoyed seeing what colour was coming next.
Yeah. And what pattern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. And now I've got 3 pairs in my socks stash, which is good. I like to have a little stash of socks for gifting. So that was that. I thought I'd bring my gloves to show you as well, the ones I had made.
Yeah.
But like, woohoo, check me out with my fingers.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, I really do like them.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm umming and ahhing whether I will try and put fingers in my other ones I'm doing at the moment. So this is Nana Cindy's yarn from last year's Fibretron. So, yeah, I think they're called Hamilton Gardens or something.
That's cool. Yeah.
Look at the fingers.
They're a lot of work, because you don't knit with DPNs either, do you?
No, that's what I was thinking with my ones I'm doing at the moment. If I do it, I might use the bendy ones that I'm using for my sock at the moment. Might be easier.
Yeah, I think you would find it easier. It's less fiddling.
Yeah, and also, so one thing I didn't do is I didn't put all of the stitches on a you know, like a holder.
Yep.
I had the the big
Oh no, you've got to put them on a holder.
so
Yeah.
I had my big long my big long
No
needle
wonder you hated
holder,
it.
and I was trying to do that, and it was just, oh my gosh, there were just needle bits flying everywhere.
So what I would recommend is don't leave them on the cable, because that's like the easy way and whatever. Actually go to the effort to thread yarn through them, because it just makes them so much more fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I've learnt that.
Yeah. That's a tough lesson to learn, but yeah.
It is. But first pair. So they're the pattern I used were the Cratchit gloves. So that was a free pattern on Ravelry by Patricia McMahon. Yeah.
Very good.
Right. Do you want to show off something you finished? I have two more things.
I don't actually have any finished knitting. I've done all the socks, like one sock. But yeah, no, that's it. But I've got some weaving, so yeah. Oh well, and I finished this, but I've already showed you that. So
this is my finished crocheting.
I love this. This is fantastic.
I may have spoiled it. So this is a mixture of so the brown is a Kiwiana Merino, and then the colours are minis, which are either from Purple Sprouting or my advent calendar.
All right. So happy.
Yarn Therapy.
Yarn Therapy.
Yeah, I haven't blocked it yet, and I think it's going to be a bit wider because as crochet does. It's the Stash Wrap by Katie Peterson, and it's supposed to be quite wide, like a proper wrap. I thought, well, I'm just going to do this.
Yeah.
So I've done tassels on this end.
Tassels are really cute.
And then on the other end, I had these left over, and I didn't want to lose it. So this is where
I love that.
Oh, do you think so? I'm unsure about this bit.
Oh, I really like it.
Yeah. Anyway, and then I put tassels up here.
Cool.
So yeah, that's one of my finishes, and I quite enjoyed doing the crochet, although it was kind of linen stitch, so it was quite hard to see sometimes.
Right, especially with the dark brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that it leans one way, but once I've given it a wash and a block, it'll be fine.
That should fix itself up. Yeah.
Okay. And I have one more knitted thing. Should I carry on?
Yeah, keep going. Oh, it's so nice. It looks so snuggly.
This is it's called the Stay Pull by Park Williams. And it's 4 fingering weight yarns held together.
Wow.
So heavy.
Are you going to wear that?
I don't know.
Round the house sweater, like an Udi.
Maybe. And I read all the things wrong, so it's all a bit too
Do you know what? That's the perfect house sweater.
Well, I'm unsure. It's cropped as well because I got bored. But I made it longer at the back, so it covers the back of my lower back. So it goes like that. And I haven't washed this one either, so it might stretch a little bit. but the arms are just a little bit too short. But
Oh,
yeah,
but they're wide. But if they're too short but too wide, if you pull it if you block it quite fiercely lengthwise, you'll gain
again,
weight.
I haven't watched it. I popped it on the other morning because I was cold. And I was on for about 5 minutes before I was sweating.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll wear it at all. I think, it's quite loose.
Yeah.
It's on very big needles.
God, that would have been so quick.
Yeah, I think 4 was just one too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like super thick. But yeah, it was fun and a nice fade and all of that.
Yeah, the fade looks great.
Yeah. Well, bits have still got bits hanging out there, haven't with. And that's my last finished knitting. Very
good. I love it. And you're hot with it on.
Very hot.
Yeah.
And it's like about 12 degrees, so it's not a warm day.
No, I was thinking I'm not warm. I'm not hot. Yeah, so you make me feel cold with your short sleeves.
Oh, I was sitting in the sun before. That's why I was.
Oh, okay.
I was sitting in the sun spinning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because it's Tour de Fleece at the moment.
It is, and I've got some of that to show you once you've done your weaving.
Oh, okay. Well, I've taken to weaving, as I've alluded to a couple of times in our podcast recently, but we haven't had like a normal sit and show and tell podcast, so I haven't had a chance to show you, but I've done 2 scarves for my kids.
Oh, nice.
And they're just a sock weight and sock yarn. So like this is this is woven so beautifully. This is the West Yorkshire Spinners Winwick Mums collection, and I've got another one of these. I was looking on Ravelry yesterday at like yarns with the same effect. So what I did was I went on, looked up this colorway, saw how it knitted up, and like lots of people just knit socks with it. You can see that it does have a bit of a crossover stripe as it goes into the next color. And so that's what you want to look for if you want that effect in your weaving.
It looks like it's ribbed.
Yeah, it's
very cool.
It's all just in the self-striping. So
you use the same ball for the weft and the weave and the warp.
The warp and the weft, correct. Yeah.
And just one ball.
Just one ball, yeah.
Oh,
so it's only like 8 inches wide.
How long is that?
I did 2 meters for the warp. So, but these are for my kids, so they don't need to be very long.
Yeah.
So I did a 2 meter warp, so that used half the yarn because that's 2 meters times 20. 2 times 2, does that make sense? 20, 40, I don't know. Anyway, I used half of the yarn for the warp, and then I still have 2 or 3 repeats left of the yarn. So I've got enough that I could do a matching hat, like just do the body section of a hat with a matching yarn.
Or a headband.
Oh, a headband. Actually, she'd probably dig that because this is my daughter's one. Not normally the colors my daughter would pick, but I did choose this ball of yarn for her. I ordered it without her knowledge because it's like Frozen, like Disney Frozen. Yeah. And because I made Calvin's first, and when I made this, when I made Calvin's, instantly, I want one. And I was like, well, go choose a ball of sock yarn. And she chose this ball. And I was like, how well do I know my daughter?
Excellent.
And so I just tied it off at the end. Nothing fancy, no hem stitching, nothing fancy. So that was my second one. And I think my edges are pretty good. I've been told they look good.
Cool.
But my first one was my real learning my very steep learning curve. I actually, with this one, I had 3 balls, 350-gram balls, because this is a Regia yarn that is designed for kids, one pair of kids' socks.
Yeah.
But my kids' feet are too big for one pair of kids' socks out of this yarn. So where the yellow is actually, you're not meant to use that bit. That's the time to move to a different section bit. But I just thought it was cool. I liked the yellow.
That's
So
cool.
I ended up using the yellow as a bit of a feature. So you can see here, this is where I started, and it looks like a tea towel. I overbeat it. And I thought, I'm not taking that out. That's part of my learning. That's part of the story. And then over time, so at the other end, it looks
more scarfy.
Yeah.
Cool.
But again, this is a self-striping, but it's more like that sock yarn you were just showing with the patterning. So this is a self-patterning, self-striping.
Like this stuff.
Exactly. And so it's come up pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah. Very cool.
And I think that's the excitement of weaving, isn't it? It's kind of, you don't actually know what you're going to get. So, yeah. So I have actually done another length of fabric just with random bits of cotton, and they'll become placemats. But my next project is, I've already got the wool sitting ready. I'm doing a scarf for my mum for her birthday, because she's coming over and she's going to have her birthday here with us. And I've got some gorgeous Misty alpaca, which is like a self-striping, self-patterning as well. So I'm hoping it'll give a nice effect and it'll be super soft for her.
Nice.
So yeah, so I won't be able to show that. You'll have to just check my Instagram for that one.
Yeah, because that'll be done before, and you'll have gifted that before we next get together.
I will have gifted it before Fibre Ed. Yeah. So I actually need to warp that up probably tonight. So yeah, so I've been doing lots of weaving and I've been doing lots of machine knitting. I actually had a whole bag full of machine knit beanies and blankets and socks that I did.
Cool.
That I gifted to the Middlemore Jarmies in June Foundation, which my work was collecting for. So that's why I haven't actually got much in the way of finished objects, because I've just been doing like little bits and pieces when I haven't felt like sitting at my machine. And the reason I've been using the machine is because it's quick.
And to get used to using it as well.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, I've been using it as a bit of a learning exercise. Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's been good.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's my finished objects. Have you already done a skein for Two to Fleece?
This one, I just plied it.
Oh, okay.
I'd already done it, but I've just plied it. That's
beautiful.
This one I got, it's merino and silk, and I bought it at Crafty or What, which is in on the way to Motueka from Nelson.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So very cool yarn and quilting shop.
Yeah, I've been on their website. Yeah.
So yeah, when I had spun it quite a while ago, and I think I was like, I want to spin, but then I didn't have the patience for it. So sometimes I don't, and so it's quite fat, but I quite like it. It's probably just
that's okay though.
Yeah, it's quite thick. And and I thought, well, I'm just going to chain ply it. So yeah, that's what I did. So I did that to get that off my bobbins. So I have done a bit of spinning.
So we're in day 2 of Tour de Fleece.
Yeah, so this one I just finished this morning. And
Beautiful.
This is one of, this obviously is Lynn's from Fibre to Go, bought at Woolfest. This cool gemstone striped. So going to apply this one with the fluoro one I bought from her.
Right.
Yeah, I'm unsure what kind of outcome I'll have, but it'll be very pretty and it'll be very colourful anyway.
It will be, yeah.
So and so this one is, when I spun it, I split the fibre into two long ways. But my fluoro one, I've just prepared it to spin, and I've split it into 8, so it's going to have shorter repeats.
Oh, that'll be really fun.
Yeah, so we'll see
what it
anyway.
looks like together. Yeah.
It's either going to look really amazing or it's going to look like vomit.
Right.
Like a colour vomit.
Yep. I have not yet done any spinning for Tour de Fleece. I had an injury at work on Thursday. I rolled my ankle.
Oh no! You're always you're always hurting your ankle.
I am always hurting my ankle. That's it. And so I couldn't do any yesterday. I can't do any today. I probably can't do any for the next week, but I'm not going to let that stop me. Yesterday I was like, oh, just throw my hands up in the air and I'm not going to do any Tour de Fleece. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to do some drop spindling and I'm going to get my nano out and just work on my nano. Yes, so I'm not going to let the fact that I didn't spin on the first day wreck my experience. That just can count as a rest day. But also, if I start today, I'm actually starting with the Northern Hemisphere.
Yes.
If I start today. So.
That's true. Yeah. Whereas I'm kind of like a day ahead, really.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. We're a day ahead.
Totally started before the cyclists have started.
Yeah. So, which I would do too if I was normally spinning. But I'm hoping that if I just rest my foot, maybe by the last week of Tour de Fleece, I might be able to do a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've also got family coming to stay, so I probably won't spin much while they're here anyway. So I don't know.
I'm only going to go till Thursday because then I'm going on my holes. So actually, probably only Wednesday. But we're leaving on Thursday night, or late afternoon, to go to Wellington.
Why don't you take your nano?
I could do.
Because you don't drop spindle, do you?
Well, I have done in the past. That's what I used to do before I got my spinning wheel. But I don't know. I quite like my treadling. I quite like, yeah. The nano is good for really skinny, like for doing it really, really thin, which is good. But I still feel like I'm cheating.
Yeah.
Because my legs aren't doing anything.
I do understand that, but I don't think it isn't, though. It's kind of like drop spindling, I guess. It's a bit like drop spindling, but faster.
I mean, it's not like when I'm knitting, my legs are moving, so.
No, that's right. It's just a different tool. Yeah.
Funny, yeah. I don't know. I'll think about it. I think I need to think about my 10 days away, what I'm going to take and what crafty things I feel like doing. Yeah.
So we're going to be meeting for Fibre Ed in New Plymouth, which is on the wild west coast of New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's about a 5-hour drive for me. How far is it for you from your place?
It's about the same.
Oh, it's about the same.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you come that way and I come across. Yeah.
Yeah. Where I'm actually going to be flying with some friends, so we'll meet there. Are you doing any classes?
I've got 3 classes. I think I'm doing macrame. I'm knitting with wire, and I can't remember the last class I took. Oh, Shusiko visible mending.
Oh, I'm doing that one too.
Yeah.
Awesome. I guess that's on the Sunday, I think.
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Yes, we'll finish together. And I'm also doing freestyle knitting, freeform knitting.
Freeform, oh yeah. Knitting. Cool.
Yep, and t-shirt yarn.
Ooh.
And I think it's a crochet class. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I don't know what I'm going to make in the macrame thing. I've always wanted to do the wire. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you can just normally knit with wire, but there must be different ways of doing things.
I think that's the case with all of these classes. You could learn on your own, but it's an opportunity to just actually do it.
Yeah.
You're there in the class doing it.
And it's not like classes are really expensive. They're cheap, really.
They are quite reasonably priced. Yeah. So yes, so that's very exciting that's coming up.
It's a shame that there's going to be traders there as well.
It's a shame.
It's a shame.
Was that a bit tongue in cheek, Jill?
Yeah.
I've been selling some.
How much fibre can I get through before then to say that I need to refill and restock?
I think that's a good idea, Jill. You could concentrate on that.
Yeah.
I've been selling lots. I've finally destashed my scrapbooking stuff, and so all of my scrapbooking, all of the dollars I've made destashing are going in the back of my wallet, and that's my spending money.
Nice.
So I have a little bit of spending money, guilt-free spending money.
Cool.
Yes. I've got a couple of books to share if we've got time. A wee bit of time. I've got I put an order through with Holland Yarn Company, so they mostly do books now, which is kind of a cool unique thing for them to do. Knit strips, which is cartoon graphic novel.
Yeah. With knitting.
About knitting, yeah.
Oh.
So it's actually, there's patterns, there's techniques, there's all sorts of things. I just thought it was really fun.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I don't know how much I'll use it. I haven't really looked through it. Maybe I'll try and bring it along to Fibre Ed to read.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the other book I got from them is this one called A Stash of One's Own.
Oh.
And it's a set of 20, I think, 20 essays from different knitters on loving, living with and letting go of yarn.
Oh, cool.
And so I just thought it's just be interesting to read some different perspectives on stash, and it's not about stash shaming or stash loving or whatever. Everyone has very different perspectives on their stash. So I just thought that's cool. Haven't read any yet. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to catching up in a couple of weeks. It'll be good.
I know. That'll be very cool. Looking forward to it. I'm actually, I am really looking forward to having a holiday first, but also ending it with a cool kind of Fibre Ed. Classes, learning something new. Hanging out with cool people.
It'd be so nice to go for a whole weekend versus we go to Woolfest and Fibretron or whatever, and it's just a crazy busy day, full of excitement, but then you go home and you sort of think, oh, it would have been nice to have dinner or something, to just like take it slow and slow down a bit with your mates. Yeah,
definitely. Although I will have Andrew with me, so.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
He might be sick of you by then. It's the end of your
life. He has been looking to see what he can do in New Plymouth without me for the day, so. It'll be good.
Is he good at amusing himself and finding
Very
things
good.
to do? Oh, good. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he will be. So I'm going to go and do some more spinning this afternoon, I think.
Yep. I'm going to go and start my spinning for what are we calling it?
Tour de Fleece.
Tour de Fleece, thank you. Mental block.
Both of us turned off then. And then I'm going to start thinking about what else I can start for the trip. Yeah, lots of driving time for us, so there'll be lots of, and Andrew will want to do all the driving.
Yep.
Yeah, so that means lots of knitting time for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Might finish my heel toe do-si-do socks.
Oh, that's a good thing to challenge yourself with.
Yeah. I'll finish those.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll be doing socks on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should do socks on a plane.
Yeah, on the plane. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I think I'll take that sweater to do at night and stuff. So yeah, I think that'll be good.
So,
yeah.
And have we shared everything that we've
I think we have, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
It's been good to have a sharing time. It's been good.
Yeah, and I suppose when I see dog sweater and scarf whilst walking, we want photos of walking the dog whilst you were both matching.
Yeah. I've been working on it on and off for a month or two now. It's just been something to do. So yeah, and then no rush.
Yeah. Summer food.
Yeah, well, that's it. She's been cold though, and she is getting trimmed this week. So maybe I should try and make it a priority. But I need to spin.
Okay. Yeah, let's go spin. Right. Let's go do that.
All right.
Love you. See ya.
Yes, you too. And ka kite, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.